All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back into the series. Hope everyone's doing well today. We are jumping back in. I actually had to stop and think for a second about where we were, but we are out. We are inside one of the trailers just outside of the dam in Mystery Lake. So, yeah, really objective for today's episode is going to be to, keep making progress towards trying to get to the forge over in Forlorn Muskeg. So, yeah, we just slept through the night, basically. We've just woken up. It's daytime. It sounds like it's pretty calm outside, but let's go ahead and jump out there and see what's going on. Not too bad. Snowing, but could be worse. Let's check out this other trailer first, and then we'll get on the road over towards the camp office and things along those lines. You never know what we could find in here. Anyways, guys, yeah, I appreciate y'all tuning in, checking out the episode today. If you enjoyed today's episode, be sure to hit the like button for me. If you are new here and maybe haven't subscribed yet, I'd invite you to go ahead and do that as well. We don't have a pry bar yet. And of course, guys, any comments you have for me, throw those into the comments section below. I do read each and every one of those, and definitely appreciate hearing what your guys' feedback is. Let's skip it. I think I'm actually already carrying one. Yep. Okay. All right. Well, not a whole lot of anything. Okay. All right. So let's see how this little journey goes. So, this is the first time officially that I've jumped into the game with the part 3 of the Far Territories update available. It is installed and everything along those lines, so it'll be interesting to see how that starts to kind of incorporate itself, into our run here in Interloper. I kind of went back and forth, and I kind of mentioned this in an episode before, is like, I have that Far Territories save still, that I explored Forsaken Airfield with, and my thought was each time there's a new region, we'd kind of dive back into that, but like, do we need to also use that to kind of check out these smaller updates as well? I don't know. We may just kind of try to see what we can in the Interloper series here. But yeah, the biggest thing is really the biggest two things I kind of think are going to be the cooking different recipes and things along those lines, as well as the changes to fishing. So we'll kind of have to maybe give that a try and see if we feel like it's worthwhile or not. First things first, really, though, with our still relatively new Interloper run here, objective for me is to still get to the forge and get some tools made, because really until we get that done, there's not really sense in doing much else. So that is the objective. That's kind of the name of the game, and we'll see what we can't get done. I don't know, it kind of seems like this could continue to get worse, but hard to say. Might as well check this out while we're here. We may have to take a day or so to kind of recoup at the camp office. Ooh, there's a pry bar. Give it to me, please. Thank you. And small arms book we'll skip, of course. I also don't see any wolves out here, which is interesting. Yeah, we may just get to the camp office, check out what our food situation is, and if we've got enough food, we may just crash there for the rest of today and overnight and try to get ourselves in as best condition as we can. Oh, you know what? Shoot, I didn't think about this until just now. I want to go back. I want to go back to the dam. Now we're faced into the wind. Shoot. I need scrap metal for the forge. Let's go over to the camp office. We're already, I think, mostly there, and there may be some stuff we can break down in there in terms of, gathering scrap metal. We'll see. I need to do the math and figure out how much we have, like how much we need to create a knife, a hatchet, and, you know, 10 or so arrowheads. But yeah, I mean, if we turn around and go back into the wind, it's just, we're going to lose more condition than may actually be worth it. There's all our wolves sitting in one spot together. Okay, well, we're probably going to have an escort here. Let's try and keep around him. Far enough away from him that he doesn't charge. We could always probably get into this train car, but I think we just keep moving. I doubt that there's really going to be any loot in there that's worthwhile. There's a body in there. Yeah, let's just keep moving. I'm willing to kind of run it out and burn that energy, because if we are going to just crash in there for a day, you know, we don't necessarily need to have a ton of extra juice sitting around. He's still back there. Just closed his mouth. We're fine though. Oh look, there's ptarmigans right there. First time seeing them. I wonder what's going to happen. Will the wolves attack? I don't know if they can fly either, or if they're ground birds. But let's see what goes down here. I imagine you'd attack them like you would a rabbit. He's definitely off of me. Listen to him squeak. Oh wow, they're fast. Interesting. Okay, that's cool. Very cool. Alright, let's go inside. I can't wait to get one. For some reason, they mentioned that they would be like an... Oh, there's a frying pan too. Wow, cool. Man, right off the bat here, we're finding some cool stuff. Man, we'll have to try it out and see how it goes. If we had anything at all, I wonder if I can hit ptarmigans with rocks like you can rabbits. We might have to give that a try. While we kill some time here. Old mill flour. Okay, I'm gonna grab all this stuff and set it. Set it out. Pose it. Let's pose it. Okay. I know they said they were gonna balance it in Interloper, but I mean that's 2 items like immediately. Anything else? Yeah, so I want to warm up, and then we may go out and try and hit... I think I have matches. I don't have a ton, though. Right? Somewhere in here. I have 9 matches. I could probably light a torch and just hate to... And there's a hockey jersey. I didn't think that those would spawn all over the place, but we'll definitely take that. It's got to be warmer than t-shirt for sure. Okay, awesome. I think I was saying something there, but I forgot what it was. What else do you have for me? Okay. Fire starting book. What books are we carrying? We have a sewing book. Let's go down to the tools. Sewing. I'm going to go ahead and just drop this. Okay. Okay, I like the books we're holding. What else? That only gives me 1 scrap metal. Let's look at what I need. I always forget, and I feel like every season we have to look at this. Really, before any time we go crafting, look at all the different recipes in here now for these different lures. All I need for that one's acorns. Very cool. What do you need for a tip up? Just tackle? Oh, I mean, I have sticks, cloth, scrap metal, and then tackle. Wow. So we could do that almost immediately. Ordinary bedroll, but stuffed to bursting with harvested down feathers. So we need a bedroll, and we need cloth and some ptarmigan feathers. All right, what did we come in here for? To see what we needed to craft these guys. All right, so we need 5 for a hatchet, 3, so that's 8, and then however many arrowheads we want to make. It's 2 per, so if we could have 5, that would be 13 scrap metal. If I'm shooting for 10 arrowheads, we need 13. I really wish you could scrap these. Yeah, we're probably gonna have to go back to the dam. The dam. Do we pose this as well? Okay. All right, well, let's go upstairs, lay down for a minute, warm up. What's that? Salt? Camp office is bountiful. All right, make sure I'm not missing anything else around here. Yeah, there's really probably not a way for me to, without having a fire going, I can't really like look at the details for cooking. I'd have to start a fire, which is fine. If we get a ptarmigan, we'll do that. Just because I'm so curious. We don't necessarily need to do that today, but kind of want to see what it's all about. All right, let's go upstairs, lay in the bed for a few minutes, warm up, and then we'll be on our way, maybe to go get a ptarmigan. Okay. I'm gonna have to get a stone. I did pass some, I know, for sure. And then who knows if they came back from when that wolf ran them off as well, but let's go see what we can find out. Wow, it's nice and warm outside too. This is a perfect time. Maybe we go back to the dam. I think we do that. If it's going to be warm out here like this, let's go to the dam. Save ourselves the condition. Where are these birds at? They're there. I don't see the ptarmigans anyway. They flew away actually when he charged them. It's not going to be like rabbits, I don't think, where you know, they just kind of sprint off and then stop. The ptarmigans actually fly away, and I wonder how the respawn works or when they come back. Burn up some energy doing this so we get a good night's sleep. Okay, obviously keep our eyes open for wolves as well. Man, if we could stay out of the wind, it's actually like really warm. It's just this wind that just came in. Kind of giving me second thoughts about going back here, but we need to go back to the dam to get metal to craft with, so we really don't have too much of an option. It's just the timing that we wanted to use. about that. Just trying to bob and weave, find a path through here that doesn't get us eaten. Just keep doing your own thing there, buddy. Let me sneak behind you. I don't think he aggroed. Oh, we're by. Okay. Okay. Nothing left but to get over there. Always fun. So I think this dropped yesterday, maybe? It's either yesterday or the day before when I'm recording this. And I guess by the time that this publishes. I'm just curious. I'd love to hear your guys' feedback on what you've found so far. Or do you think the new update is pretty cool? Or, you know, what do you like? What do you not like? What do you think, you know, what's a step further? I'd love to hear your guys' feedback on that. So definitely throw that into the comment section. And let's see. I was hoping we'd get a little farther before we got cold. But of course, here we are. It's still back there. Run it out. Also wouldn't be terrible to search those trailers over there. I don't know. I wish that the wind wasn't such a big impact. Like, I mean, I get it. In reality, yes, there would be times where walking against the wind for, you know, distances is going to slow you down, but A, I think it would have to be some pretty serious wind, and B, it's not going to be like every time you're outside, right? Like, there's going to be days where it's slower. I don't know, maybe if it was more predictable too. Like, I know that the winds in this region always kind of goes like north to south or something like that. I don't know. I don't know. Just thinking out loud. Alright, so maybe we spend our night down here. Sleep in the trailer again. In fact, I might hit the trailer before we go over to the dam just to warm up quickly. He's still there. I was like, where did he go? It's this one, right? It's got the bed in it we can use. Okay, let's... Yep, right there. Okay, let's just pass a little bit of time. We should probably eat something too, since our condition's getting so low. Let's actually drink a... We'll do that. And then rather than passing time in the bed, let's read. Okay. Warm enough at least. Let's go. Okay, our wolf should be gone, but let's make sure. Let's not like just run out here and get mauled. Yeah, look, now the wind is going perfectly this direction for some reason. I think the wind could be dialed back a little bit. I'll just say that. And try to quit complaining about it. Maybe the penalty should be less, so maybe it shouldn't slow you down quite as much. It's nice and warm though. It would be great to be over at the forge in this warmer weather. I'd like to try and get over there in the next day or two. Okay, let's go in. And then, so we don't have to mess with the darkness, like maybe just one of these shelves in this front room, you know? Just make this easy on ourselves. So this is going to take us 3 hours, though. And we're tired. What time is it? Man. We don't have any coffee or anything. I mean, we do, but not fixed. It's too bad the sodas don't give you a little bit of caffeine. Wake you up a little bit, you know? Man. If I start it now, that would give us everyone that we need, right? We said 13, that's 8. We don't have 5, do we? We have 3. That would be 11. About this chair. 2 hours, 36 minutes. Yeah, we could do both of those, and that would give us more than enough. Yeah, we can't do it now. We're too tired. I wore myself out too much. Let's go back across. Sorry, guys. And indecisive. Look at this. We're actually warming up outside. Wow. Let's check, too. I mean, there could be some just scrap metal on the ground. Especially since it's so nice out. You know, I feel like sometimes there's scrap metal, like, on the ground out here somewhere, but I'm not seeing anything. You almost hate to go inside. Basically, I don't want to kick off that 3 hours being so tired because we'll lose condition. We'll probably be in the Ono zone when we are done if we do that, so I don't want to. So we'll come over here, and I mean, we could even sleep for a couple hours. Let's maybe do that. Let's, oh, I hate doing it, but let's eat something. Drink something. And then, no, not that long. Jeez, I almost made a mistake there. You know, man, it might just be time to go to sleep. That's the problem. Ah, gosh, I can't decide. Okay, let's run back across. Just being really indecisive right here. I really want to get, you know, metal collected. And I want to do as much possible as like soon as possible. Like I don't want to string this out too far. I'd like to get back to camp office today. Not today, but I mean in this episode. Yeah, definitely not today. Okay, yeah, let's do it, I guess. 750 calories, so we'll run out of food for sure, but that's okay. Are you kidding me? Did I get my... Yeah, okay, it kept my condition. Okay, that's silly. It requires light. I lost my calories, though, for sure. That's frustrating. Okay, well, whatever. Let's go back and go to bed. I mean, sure, it makes sense. You wouldn't want to work with a handsaw or a hacksaw in the dark, but, like, I could clearly see well enough to just get scrap metal. It's not like I'm trying to be a super precise cutting machine. I'm just trying to hack up a shelf. Okay, well, is what it is. Alright, let's jump in here and go to bed. Should be over here, right? Yep. Alright. What do we eat? It's 300 calories. 600. Let's see, 850. Okay. Let's get our 10. Getting fairly low on water. Okay. Fully rested. Let's run over there. And you know what I was just thinking is there might have been a metal shelf inside there that we could have worked with, but I'll just do it this way. Okay. Will it tell me that it's too dark in here? That's 4, so if we did that plus the 8, that would be 12, plus the 3 that we have, that would be 15. Let's do it. Okay. What's our hacksaw looking like now? 81%? Wow. I don't know why. I thought it would take more damage than that doing that, but nope. And let's drink some water first. We're probably going to have to make water in the next day or so. Okay. Should be good. Let's head out. Kind of depending on the weather. Okay, the weather's pretty decent. I was going to say, depending on the weather, we'll either go back to the trailer or we'll head back to camp office. But I think we're going to head for camp office. It's warm enough right now. Usually the way it kind of works is that it's coldest in the morning and warmest, you know, as the day goes on, it gets warmer. Provided there's not like a weather event, like a blizzard or something, you know, going on like that. So this is really the best time for us to travel. So we might as well see if we can't manage to thread our way through the wolves again. Did I search all this? Yeah, we've been here. Okay. Alright, so we'll get to camp office. If we can keep the majority of the condition that we have right now, we'd probably wake up at about 80-85% in the morning, and that's probably good enough to think about moving on. You know, one thing I'd like to do, though? Let's get some cattails. Down there. I mean, I guess there'll be plenty of cattails in Forlorn, but maybe just to be safe, let's come down here and grab 4 or 5. Looks like there's maybe a book over here too. Yep. Dressing your... How heavy am I? I'm like 10 pounds over. Let's grab like 5 or 6. We're warm enough that we can afford to do this right now. I do think that hockey jersey maybe is what's kind of saving our bacon right now, or making us kind of be able to move around freely. I don't know, I'm just going to keep going. There's a third all lined up right here. Might as well. I would like to try the fishing tip-ups. I'm curious, like, what the limitations on where you can place them are. Like, so could I put them on this stream? I mean, it almost, like, opens up the possibilities on where you could try to live. They did say that, like, and I'm sure it's a low rate in Interloper. I guess that's probably a fair assumption. Like, you're not going to get, you know, a bunch of fish, essentially. Like, you're going to probably have some, I don't know, you know, maybe one fish at a time, and then you may go without one for a while. But, like, maybe even Stalker, you know, like that opens up some areas where, like, you could potentially live or camp that you couldn't before because there really wasn't food access. Possibly. I don't know. I'm just thinking. Definitely something worth checking out. I'm kind of bummed because I'm getting ready to travel for work, and I think I told you guys a while back I did pick up a Nintendo Switch, and of course bought the Long Dark, and Nintendo, the Switch is kind of the last crowd to really get anything, which is somewhat more understandable on the Switch, right? Because it's a completely different platform and experience. But, you know, I'd love to be able to try out the new stuff on the Switch while I'm on the road, but can't at this point, at least. And it is nice and warm for us. It's tempting to go on around the lake. What time is it? Decisions. No, man, I don't know. Let's do it. I say let's do it because we shouldn't have to face any wolves here, right? Can't think of any. We can kind of put a little bit of hustle to it like we're doing. We really need to kind of burn off some energy anyway so we can get a good night's sleep. So we'll do that. But if we don't have to, you know, bob and weave ourselves through the middle of those two wolves again, then that's probably the preferable method. And then who knows, maybe we come up on the backside of those ptarmigans. Maybe we grab one of those. There might be the potential for one wolf up here now that I think about it. But one is usually easy enough to get by. You saw us work around 2 earlier in a pretty narrow passage. 1 should be pretty easy. I think we've got far more cattails than the 5 or 6 that I mentioned at the beginning, but it's just hard to, when you get an opportunity with warm weather like this and there's cattails everywhere, you might as well stock up. I mean, we've just probably secured at least 3 or 4 days of food, at least. What are we on? 33? Yeah, I mean, that's probably more like 5 or 6 days. And we're only getting more. So that gives us, I mean, secure food to go into Forlorn, at least, right? Like, we don't necessarily have to worry about what we're going to eat while we're there. Wonder if there will be a lot of ptarmigans in Forlorn. Alright, so this is, we're entering the area where I think the one wolf would be if he was on here. So let's just keep our eyes open. And it's kind of a bummer because I can't see that whole side over there. Yeah, I mean, just, okay, I see some snow falling. We probably ought to pick up the pace a little bit. Take that as our indication to move. See it just starting to come down. Let's go ahead and finish this trip out. We'll quit picking up cattails for now. Dead doe. Man. Do I have a... How long would it take to get this? 1 hour. What do you guys think? Okay. Weather held. We're cold. I still think, I mean, it was worth it. I mean, that's a free deer pelt for sure to get pretty easily right there. And there was no wolf, so. Oh, guys, it's been a long week. I'm glad it's my Friday right now. I know this probably won't publish until at least Wednesday. I'm kind of still trying to figure out. I know I go through this all the time, guys. You're probably tired of hearing it. I'm trying to decide. You know, if do I cut down to 1 episode a week? Do I keep trying to hit 2? You know, it's kind of been like I kind of took a break and I've been back, and some weeks it's been 2 episodes, some weeks it's been 1, and you know, one is easy for me for sure. Oh, he turned right around in our path. 1 is like absolutely doable. 2 is like, you know, if I'm really 2 is like if I'm really have my stuff together that week, I can get 2 out. But you know, it's like, maybe that's how I keep it. Maybe it's like 1 for sure, 2 if I can, instead of just like putting the pressure on myself to do 2 all the time. I don't know. I was trying to do Wednesday, Friday, but then, you know, it really only leaves a day in there, Wednesday, and then, you know, maybe you watch that episode on Wednesday, or maybe you watch it on Thursday, and then there's another episode on Friday, but it's like maybe I should do like a Tuesday, Friday, something like that, so you have a few more days between episodes. I don't know. It's kind of maybe the way to think about it is it's really, since I started the channel, it's changed. So maybe it'll just keep whatever kind of works at the time. You know, maybe that's just the official you know, way for it to be. I know my time is definitely slowed down a bit. So I still love doing it though. I still have a ton of fun doing this with you guys. So it's not really the question there. And get inside just in time for before we get cold. Look at that. That was a great little journey. Alright. Let's... Oh, they added some new audio too. Dropping those pans, that was a new noise. I'm just like, what can we set down to lose some weight here? What gloves are we wearing? Are we wearing gloves? Oh, we still have hand wraps on. Gosh. Although our hand wraps are warmer than these gloves. But we'll repair the gloves. For sure. Okay. I have 2 sets of tools. Obviously don't need to be carrying 2 sets of tools. That's ruined. It's really probably the first time in this series that I've stopped and actually looked at my inventory. Okay, I wanted to peek my head back outside really quick and see if there's the ptarmigans out there. I didn't really look. Although, if they were out here, that wolf probably ran them out. Yeah, I don't see them anywhere. Yeah, that's okay. It's late enough. I'm gonna do a little jaunt and try and burn off the rest of this energy. And then that way we're super tired for bed. We're in the red at least. Okay, let's head in. That's probably good enough. Has that always whipped? I feel like there's at least one point in the history of this game where that flag just stood like the wind was always blowing, kind of in, like it was always just straight out. All right, this should be good. Let's eat and drink. We will need to definitely make water before we go over to Forlorn. I mean, we could always make it. I guess, yeah, we could always make it there on the forge, but it'd probably be safer to just get it done, you know. I think that's enough calories. Let's drink our water. And we'll go to bed. Ah, we're just under. Let's eat one more cattail. Oh, okay. Sorry, I just saw this. I don't want to spend too long looking at it because I just ate and drank, but there's a whole recipe book in here now. So we got different recipes. How do you make broth? Ptarmigan and salt. So we can definitely do that. All right, so we'll have to spend some more time next episode kind of researching like what we can do. And I know they said that because the recipes are more complicated to cook, that they would have some sort of benefit over just like eating raw meat. So we'll have to see what that looks like too. But we probably won't have time this episode. You know what? Let's take a look at it. We just couldn't do it before we went to bed. Okay. Man, if we gave it one more day. And we might have to, right, with the weather. All right, let's look at the... Oops. Cooking pot recipes, broth. Porridge, all you need for porridge is oats and water. That seems pretty easy. I imagine the oats is something you collect. I don't know. Maybe not. I was thinking like you would collect it from a plant, but probably not. Ptarmigan stew. Rabbit stew. Trout stew. Okay, yeah, I mean, that all makes sense. Seems like meat and flour and salt is really kind of your main ingredients. Oh, and I see they have rankings next to them too on when you're able to I wonder if cooking oil is the same as the fish oil. Man, there's actually quite a few things you can make. Oops. What's this here? Recycled can recipes? Interesting. Okay, I'm excited to give that a try. I may do it in Stalker just on my own. I may not. I don't know. We'll see. But anyways, guys, I think this is where we'll. All right, give me a minute here. Sorry. Now that I have it, will it tell me any? No. Okay, you must have to find those recipes. Anyways, guys, like I was getting ready to say, we'll go ahead and wrap up this episode here. We didn't get quite as far as I wanted to. We had to make that trip back to the dam, but honestly, I think it was good that we you know, kind of got some extra recovery in there. Plus, we got that really long, warm time outside. Speaking of, let's get that deer pelt down and get that curing. But yeah, next episode, I think we ought to be, you know, just about ready to hit the road towards the forge. So looking forward to that for sure. If you enjoyed today's episode, be sure, like I said, to hit that like button for me. If you have not subscribed to the channel yet, would absolutely love for you to go ahead and do that for me as well. And of course, guys, any comments you guys have for me, put those into the comment section. I love reading that feedback and seeing what you guys are thinking as well. So be sure to do that. And other than that, guys, that is it for me in this one. I'll catch you all next time. Thanks.